Hi Taurus, welcome to your reading. All right, so this is going to be posted for August, but tarot is timeless, so anytime you're here, it's the right time. Honestly, I feel like if you watched any of the videos, regardless of what the sign is, you probably could pick up something that is beneficial, or learn something or whatever. It's like I like to be more on the open side and not pigeonhole everything into what everyone else is doing or, the norm, okay? So let's see. Spirit, what does Taurus need to know, okay? So what does Taurus need to know in this reading? All right, let me see. I don't have my glasses on. All right, Two of Wands. Okay. Yes, okay, so there's an energy here of looking or trying to look forward to things that you haven't really seen yet. All right, there's something that is lifting for you, Taurus, something that you're aware of, at least like you're consciously, looking and kind of analyzing even the mood that you're in and how you're feeling, like why are you feeling certain things. I feel like you're kind of thinking about those things in a different way, and you're consciously saying, okay, I want to be open to what the world has to offer. Okay, I want to be just open and expanded and have my arms open. I don't want to be restricted. Okay, so, and if things were not moving in a direction that you would like with a person, a partner, a business, any area of your life, I feel like you're now going to be opening yourself up, your heart, just your mind to a different possibility. Okay? Nine of Pentacles. And that's going to bring you abundance. I'm just wondering what's going on. I don't read reversals, and the cards are not reversed. Okay, but they were, seemed like they were. Okay. All right, so let's see what else here. Okay, so don't let structure hold you back, okay? In the way of structure, I'm feeling like anything that is kind of like rigid and, set in its ways, this could even be you being set in your ways. So that's kind of what you're like breaking free from, because we have Judgment here and the Hierophant. So there's some kind of a revelation, some kind of a breaking free from a set pattern, okay? Which is great, because how do we bring in something new but to kind of shake up or crush or change an existing pattern? And I feel like that's what you're doing. Okay. All right, so look at the new beginnings and love coming at you, towards you. All right, so there's going to be a clearing, like a clarity, and it's going to be able to bring or have that love be able to come and meet you. Okay, so I'm feeling like someone's going to meet somebody in a, well, I'm actually getting like warm embrace. Okay, so someone is going to meet up with someone. I feel like they're going to have a hug, like a warm embrace. And there's going to be a feeling of home with this person. So this doesn't necessarily have to be a love partner, but it certainly could be. But I feel like something's happening here where, it could be a brand new relationship, or brand new, or something that's maybe hasn't been around for a while, you know, a fresher, newer experience, but I'm just feeling this really super comfortable and loving presence that is going to be coming to you. Okay? All right, what else for Taurus? All right. Five of Wands, okay? So fives are kind of getting over a difficult hump. Okay, so it could be competition, it could be petty battles, stuff like that, but you're getting over this hump. Okay, I'm getting a feeling like you're realizing not to maybe argue about things that you used to, you know, to prove your point or to prove your, whatever it is that you're trying to prove, like that you're right or that your way is just as good or whatever it is. It's like you felt the need to like correct other people in the way that they need to see your point of view. They need to understand you. And sometimes that would create kind of friction, or, you know, people just don't get it. People just don't understand each other. And they don't have the same experience that you have, and you don't have the experience that they had. And then so neither one of you can really see what the other person is saying. All right? But I feel like you're going to be coming at it from a different perspective now. You're no longer really going to feel the need to explain yourself into oblivion. You're just going to say, all right, well, you know, this is how I feel, or this is how I experience whatever. And if you don't really understand what I'm trying to say, then that's that. You don't get it, right? So it's like you're not going to beat your head against the wall trying to explain who you are, because you are the Empress, because you get it, because you're connected, because you're the nurturer. Okay? It's like, don't tell me that I'm not who I am, who I'm telling you that I am. All right? That is the most infuriating thing ever. It's like, okay, you spill out you try to explain to the best of your ability your view, or who you are, or how you feel, or whatever it happens to be. It doesn't matter what it is. But you try to explain it, and then the other person, it's like you never even said what you said. So, but you are the Empress. You are making sense, you know? Don't feel like the other person thinks you're like crazy or stupid or whatever. You are making sense. It's just that they can't hear you in the same way. All right? Okay, so we have, you know, Queen of Cups. And, you know, which is very emotional. Queen of Cups is very trying to balance emotions. All right? So that, you know, that's what we all have to do that. We all have to, you know, try to reason with ourselves and our own emotions. Okay? But something's very emotional that has been happening. I feel like your emotions could be like right on the edge or on the verge a lot. Okay, and there's something that you've been waiting on. You've been waiting on some kind of a change. And you're still waiting. You still really haven't like cashed in on it or seen it or gotten evidence of it. Okay. Let's see. Thank you, Spirit. Let's see. Okay, so this could be like communication coming in fast, but it has to do with, it's like something's coming in that's going to create like choices to have to be made. Okay, so it's almost like what communication is going to come in and create a need to choose. Okay, so there's going to be some kind of a, it's like this communication is just going to reveal more choices somehow that you'll have to make. Not all the choices on the Seven of Cups are good choices. It's like some things seem nicer than others, you know. So, but something's going to create a I want to say a flow of choices. It's like, I don't know how else to put it. Okay, let's see. What else? Okay, Three of Cups. Okay, something's going. All right, this is upside down. I keep turning the deck upside down, and then I feel like, why are the cards upside down? Because they're not. All right, so sorry, but I was kind of feeling like the cards were trying to tell me something as a whole, like something is upside down. All right, so there's something about this whole your experience that has gone upside down, is what the cards are trying to tell me here. Not the individual card, but just overall. All right, so, okay, let's see. We have the Three of Cups. Okay, so this, it's almost like a choice of a person, or a choice of friends, or a choice of something like that. And we have High Priestess. Okay, so it could be that someone, like there's something that's kind of secretive about it, and that maybe only a few people know about something that is a secret, or you're trying to keep it on the down low. Do people still say down low? I don't know. So anyway, there's something that only a few people know. All right, it feels like some kind of a secret here. All right, for Taurus, anything else? What else do they need to know, or advice from Spirit? Okay, so they're like saying keep plugging along, but be aware of what you've realized in this reading, and what you're realizing is true for you. Okay, like opening up, expanding, understanding, not being so rigid, all those things that I said, kind of take that into consideration. Let me see, we got a few cards here. Let's see what's going on here. Well, okay, so these three cards fell on this card, the card where there was some conflict, a little bit of battling, okay? And Eight of Swords is mental turmoil, okay? Thoughts and words going around and around in your head, something that you have control over because you have a choice about what you're thinking, believe it or not. Okay, but the overall energy is like a decision is not being made. Okay, so you've got mental turmoil, thoughts are going around and around in your head, and a decision is kind of on hold here. Okay, so it's like you're working on it. So something's being worked on, and so nothing's being decided, all right, at the moment. Okay, so something's not completely like cooked. It's not to the point where you can make a decision, apparently. All right. Okay, so any other advice from Spirit? You know what? I'm going to grab another deck here really quick and see anything else from Spirit for Taurus. Any advice? Anything they're not seeing? Well, we got the same card, Eight of Swords. Mental conflict, okay? And feeling like left out in the cold, basically, feeling like an outsider in some way. All right, so there's something or someone is making you feel like you're trapped and outside of where you want to be. Okay. Anything else you want to talk about? Tell me, Spirit, anything else for Taurus? Okay, anything else? Okay, so we have Four of Wands, which is like a foundation, a family. But Five of Swords is kind of like someone trying to win something, but at what cost? You know, there are casualties in this victory. Queen of Cups. Okay, so something's going on here between, you know, a man and a woman, or a couple. It doesn't have to be man and a woman, because this is a general reading, but there's something going on here between a man and a woman involving, now look, I mean, there's a family, but just all you have to do basically is look at this card, because they wanted me to get a different deck, and I chose this deck, and you could just see in this card that this one man, you know, is holding everybody else's swords, and he's holding his sword up in the air like, I am victorious over all these people who are back in the background, dead, crying, you know, whatever's going on here. It's like a victory, but it's a sad, sad situation. It's like someone is, you know, feeling like they have to hold all the swords and they have to be victorious over others, but it's not a nice situation. It's not a happy situation for everyone else concerned. All right, and then the Queen of Cups, it feels like this is you. You're basically turning your back on this person, and you're holding your cup like on the other side of you. All right. I love the cute doggies in this one. But yeah, so you're looking a different direction. You're not looking at this person. So it's like you're removed from them. Okay. So, can we have anything else about an outcome here? Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles is a new beginning. A new beginning. And Pentacles are not only finance or money, but it's earthly, in a earthly possessions or earthly tangible things. Okay, so it's more earth related, you know, like home, finance, whatever, you know, that kind of a thing. Okay, so there's a new beginning in that respect, but I don't know how. Huh. Okay, well, it seems like someone is taking their swords and they're moving into a different space, okay, into a better space. Because Six of Swords is moving from choppy water into smooth water. Okay, so I don't know if, I mean, clearly in this card, it's the woman who is alone and she's moving, taking her stuff, and she's moving into a different space or situation, or moving away from, you know, this conflict or whatever, and starting out anew. Okay? So, I mean, that's pretty clear. I think I'll leave it there. I did pull a card here before we started, and your card was, I am empowered. And I'll read the back of it. I am empowered. You are about to emerge from what may have seemed like a crisis or hardship. You are asked to consider the story that surrounds your current circumstances so that you can make empowered choices to change the way you think. Only you can decide how you want life to feel by choosing your thoughts wisely. Okay, self-mastery of thoughtfulness. Identify one narrative you have about your situation. Ask yourself, what do I notice as I think this thought? Followed by, who would I be without this thought? Sit in stillness for a minute, focusing on how you imagine life would feel without this story. You are empowered to choose what you would rather focus on. Okay, I've never read this card before, I don't think. But it reminds me of something that I have done in my life that I don't even know how I ever came to this. But I used to try to imagine, it's exactly what this is saying. It's like when you're having a thought or having an issue with a person, I used to try to imagine like my life without that person and how do I feel? So I would just try to get in the feeling of what if I never talk to them again or something. And then I would just feel the feelings of that thought. So it's kind of like saying the same thing, except it's saying, what if you didn't have that thought and then you felt yourself like without that thought? Kind of the same, kind of the flip side of what I was saying. So anyway, it's kind of an interesting exercise. And then just sit quietly and try to feel into what you're feeling behind the thought. Okay, so that's really interesting. All right, super. All right, thank you, Taurus, for being here. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. I love reading your comments, okay? Thanks a lot. Bye.